Fast, accurate, and everyday. First Defense Weather.
Well, a happy Thursday too, and I wanted to start off with the icing totals that we've had so far today. We've had 1/10 of an inch in most spots, and even though 1/10 of an inch of ice may not seem like much, it is enough to cause slick spots. You can see also in Franklinville 1/10 of an inch, Kennedy 2/10 of an inch, actually 2/100 of an inch. Also the same in Wellsville and in Buffalo. So even though these totals may not seem like enough, it is enough to cause slick spots, and we've had that this morning, and it's all in association with freezing rain. We talked about this yesterday, but just a refresher of what freezing rain is. Everything starts as snow up in the cloud because that is where the coldest air lives, is way up at the top of clouds where it's below zero in most cases at the top of clouds. Then as the snow falls, it encounters warmer air as it falls, so it melts and turns to rain. But when you have temperatures at freezing or hovering around freezing down at the ground, it ultimately freezes on contact. So that is what freezing rain is. It is not ice that falls from the sky. It is actually rain that freezes immediately as it hits a frozen surface. And that is what causes problems. And freezing rain is the worst of all the winter weather elements because it is slick, it is dangerous. So just take it slow out there. So today is a nice day to just stay inside if you don't have to go anywhere. It would be a nice day to just snuggle up by the fire and just enjoy today at home. So we still have this winter weather advisory in place, and it stays in place through 7 o'clock tonight. And the freezing rain is going to be moving off to the east today, but we still are going to be dealing with some slick spots as temperatures still hover around the freezing mark. Then we get into this winter storm watch for potentially heavy lake effect snow. That's all the areas that are shaded in teal. That is the winter storm watch. And this starts actually Friday night and runs all the way through Tuesday night. So this is going to be a long duration lake effect event here. And we could be talking of totals likely over a foot in spots. And we've also been dealing with some power outages across the region today. This is crowdsourcing data, so understand these numbers might not exactly be accurate, but it gives you the idea here. 885 people without power in Chautauqua County, 99 in Cattaraugus, 20 in Warren, and over 1,000 in Erie, Pennsylvania. A lot of this is associated with the winds. It's very windy out there today, so obviously with the ice and the winds doesn't help with power outages. So here's the newest Runner Future Scan. Picks up very well on that freezing rain and sleet further out to the east. And even though we're still going to be in patches of rain through the afternoon hours, where the temperatures are hovering around freezing, there still will be some limited slick spots and maybe some black ice on the road. So take it easy. Just be slow out there. Use your winter weather driving skills. Friday's not going to be all that bad. We may catch a few light rain and snow showers, but Friday night, that is when the lake effect machine really starts to get going. You can see the early signs of it here starting to set up off Lake Erie, and there still needs to be some fine tuning done with this forecast, but it does look like some of the models are trying to paint the heavier amount of snow further to the north, which would be good for the southern tier, but potentially bad for the Buffalo metro area. So if you're traveling up to Buffalo, just keep that in mind over the weekend. Now, additional ice accumulations on top of what we already have, maybe a few hundredths of an inch, but even a few hundredths of an inch is enough to cause black ice. So keep that in mind today. Now, these are snow totals that go all the way through Sunday. So this is not the entire scope of the event. This is just through Sunday. You can see this model has the bullseye up towards the Buffalo metro area, maybe 6, 7, 8 inches of snow by Sunday morning. We're still going to see some snowfall across the southern tier in northwestern Pennsylvania, maybe by Sunday morning, maybe a good 2 to 5 inches. But and again, this goes all the way through Tuesday. So just keep that in mind. We've got more snow on the way for early next week. So the First Defense weather forecast for this Thursday, a wintry mix of sleet, freezing rain, and snow. Watch for slick spots if you have to travel today, and cold and windy. 32 on the highest hills to 38 across the lower elevations. A southwest wind 15 to 35 with wind gusts 45, maybe 50 miles an hour at times. The ultimate satellite solution 7 days. So just a few snow showers on Friday, may mix with a few light rain showers, but overall Friday's not going to be a big deal kind of day. This is when the lake effect gets going. Friday night all the way through Tuesday. So notice we've got lake effect snow in the forecast through every one of those days, and it's going to be cold, squally, and breezy as well. Now the lake effect snow will start to cut out as we go into, as we go into Tuesday night. As we go into Tuesday night and into Wednesday with just a few scattered flakes.